how to use the meta model. The meta model is a very, very simple linguistic tool. The meta model has a wide range of applications. In this video, we'll cover the basic mechanics of the meta model, and then we'll go over a few specific applications. First, what is the meta model? The meta model is a linguistic tool to get more specific information when only vague information is presented. This generally involves the so-called WH questions: what, when, who, where, why, and how. And it generally includes words like specifically or exactly. Let's say you asked me what I had for dinner last night, and I said chicken. That's very vague. There's a lot of information I'm not including. Some meta model questions to get more specific information could be: what kind of chicken specifically? How was it cooked specifically? What did you eat it with specifically? As you can likely guess, this can get very annoying very quickly. So you'll have to use this tool with a little bit of linguistic dexterity if you don't want to find yourself without any friends. Best ways to use. Let's say your boss is giving you an assignment. This would be an ideal place to ask as many meta model questions as you can. That way you'll have an exact idea of what they want, so there won't be any confusion later on. Another way to use the meta model is to destroy the opinions of people that you don't like. Every single opinion everybody has, as it is expressed inside of our brain, is filled with all kinds of vague information. So when some goofball who loves the sound of their own voice is going on and on and on about their cherished opinion, that's a perfect time to use some meta model questions. When specifically? According to whom specifically? Why specifically? According to what metric specifically? Another very powerful way to use the meta model is as an internal guide only. For example, suppose somebody is trying to express an idea, but they are having trouble. If you start to slam them with meta model questions, it will probably make it more difficult for them. So use the meta model, but as an internal guide only. And let's say the meta model that pops up that you would like to ask is when specifically. But if you did ask them when specifically, they might feel on the spot, which would make it harder for them to give you an answer. So think in terms of when specifically, but then give them a couple choices, like today or maybe in a couple of days. That will help you narrow down to get closer to the answer of when specifically. Or if the meta model question you'd like to ask is where specifically, use that only as an internal guide. Then, based on that internal question of where specifically, give them a couple choices. Close by here or kind of far away from here. Another kind of confrontational way to use the meta model is if you think somebody is lying to you. If they tell you something and you suspect they are not being completely truthful, fire away with some meta model questions and see how they respond. If they are telling you the truth, they will be able to give you some specific answers to your specific questions. They might need to think about it, but they will be able to come up with some answers. But if they get angry or accuse you of not trusting them or stomp off in an angry huff, chances are they're lying to you. Most of the time, human communication is necessarily vague. Nobody wants to spend all their time and their brain energy giving all kinds of specific information to everybody they talk to. Most of the time, conversations based on vague information are perfectly fine. But when you do need to get specific for any reason, the meta model is a fantastic tool. Play around with it and have some fun. Thank you for watching. If you want to become a better communicator, please subscribe, like, and comment. To learn more, please visit mindpersuasion.com.